Okay, good evening everybody and welcome back to Press Play. Good evening everybody, I'm your host JJ48. 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 Evening everybody, I'm your host. Okay, we got a bit of feedback there. Okay, I see what was going on. Okay. Alright, sorry about that. Was getting some stuff set up on Twitch and had my stream open, and so it was playing through on a bit of a delay and getting some nice infinite feedback there. So let's start again. Good evening everybody and welcome back to Press Play. I'm your host JJ48 and tonight we are continuing in Zelda Wind Waker, and you might notice a little bit of a different setup on the screen, the Game Boy screen there. We're going to be trying something new tonight in a moment, but first let's take a look at some figurines that we've got. I think I've pretty much finished this particular room of figurines, other than some that require some special stuff that we'll have to get later. So, we'll start going down the middle. We've already seen all the pirates, so we have a standard fairy. Birthplace unknown, first impression good. Fairies are the most reliable of creatures. When their master's life energy has been depleted, they immediately come to his or her aid. They can be carried in bottles. Although we've seen fairies in bottles, they don't seem to be too happy to be in the bottles, but I guess maybe that's like a lot of people aren't happy to be at work, but they are happy to see their work accomplish stuff. So, we've seen the great fairies before. We have the wandering merchants, the Gorons, that one picture of one of them, and somehow the guy was able to carve all three of them. They all have the same shirt, just different colors, the same backpack, but different hats. Okay, traveling merchants, birthplace unknown, favorite food rocks. These businessmen are traveling the world in search of curios and oddities, each with the hope of someday opening his own shop. Nobody knows where these wandering merchants have come from or where they're headed. Interesting that their favorite food is rocks. That is a Goron trait. And I just kind of realized with the merchants here that I find it interesting that they made Gorons the merchants, because back in Majora's Mask we had the business scrubs. Some of the Deku scrubs were kind of the merchants that were all over the place. So here's the guy who's looking through a telescope. Old man ho ho. Yeah, because I think every time we talk to him he's like, ho ho. Birthplace unknown, favorite thing is telescopes. Old man ho ho found his first telescope after retiring from his job and has been traveling in search of new sights ever since. A new discovery always awaits at the far end of his telescope. Okay. Fishman, birthplace the Great Sea, personality honorable, dutiful, and surly. Apparently these fish were aided long ago by the King of Red Lions, which is why they're now willing to offer JJ48 valuable information. Unfortunately, much of their information is off the mark. For many long years, they have suffered from stiff necks, but none of them know how to cure it. Okay. So I think when it says that some of their information is off the mark, I don't know that they're saying that like we can't rely on them, but we sometimes have to interpret what they say. Like when they talked about the Triumph forks that seemed to be the Triforce. It's not that they were. It's not that like if we follow their advice, we'll go wrong or something. But it's that if if we don't make that connection that Triumph forks equals Triforce, then we won't know what to do with their advice. Okay, here's the salvage team. Salvage Corp. Birthplace, the Angular Isles. Talent, searching for sunken treasure. These young men found friendship through their common interest in searching for sunken treasure. Soon afterward, they formed the Salvage Corp. Corps, I guess. With their first haul of treasure, all they could afford to buy was their diving suits. Now they dream of finding that one huge haul that makes them all rich. They are currently searching for the legendary treasure sunken beneath the sea. I didn't even notice before, but their flag is a little diving helmet. It's kind of fun. Although, since we never see them diving, I mean, I guess we don't see them do much of anything, but they have that large hook on there. We accomplish pretty much the same thing just sitting in our boat, so I don't know why they need the diving helmets. But okay, this is the guy that runs the battleship type game. Salvatore. Birthplace Windfall Island. Talent is drawing pictures. Long ago, Salvatore hoped to be a famous painter, but that dream didn't last long. He eventually returned to his hometown and came up with his current business plan. It's been a huge success, allowing him to purchase his own island, where he has opened up the second store in what he hopes will become a huge chain. He's now busy trying to think up that one idea that will spark his next big endeavor. Okay, so we're seeing a few people with kind of big dreams and hopes, trying to make it big on the seas here. This is Loot the Sailor. Birthplace Windfall Island. His only fear, the mermen. Loot spends his days working far from home at the boating course. He takes his earnings straight to the cafe bar on Windfall to enjoy a relaxing beverage. Okay. Got a long ponytail. Okay. I'm not sure we've encountered him really much of any place. I found him in the bar at night, but I don't think we've encountered him out on the seas yet. Oh, Beetle looks sad. And there's his helmet behind him that he wears at his special shop. Beetle, birthplace unknown. Favorite thing, bugs, especially beetles. A businessman by nature, Beetle's sales pitch is unmatched. He hopes to open a chain of trading posts where people can buy, sell, or trade anything. Okay. I'm not sure why he looks sad, because he always seems rather friendly, and seems to be doing quite well for his business. I believe we saw Tingle, and we saw... this is one of Tingle's brothers, I think. Ankle. Saw those last time. This one was new. This is David Jr. Birthplace Windfall Island. Occupation treasure hunter. 17-year-old David Jr. set out to sea with dreams of finding the treasure of the ghost ship that his now deceased father once saw. He gets seasick quite easily and was in just such a state when he awoke in a daze on Tingle Island. Ankle told him that self comes before wealth, and he's been working in the tower ever since. He really hates the uniform. Okay, so this is the Tingle lookalike who is not one of Tingle's brothers, I think. He's just some guy who drifted up on the island and was pressed into labor. So. So, now round, what we're going to have this week, the reason I have the Game Boy out is I figured out how to get the Tingle Tuner working. And what the Tingle Tuner is, would you like to call Tingle? Yes, we will call Tingle. The Tingle Tuner was a way that you could, or if you had a cable that you could connect a Game Boy Advance to a to your GameCube, then you could use the GameCube or the Game Boy Advance as a screen for the Tingle Tuner. Okay. Hello, come in. Do you read me? Is Mr. Fairy in the Forest Haven? Yeah. And so we can see on the Game Boy Advance screen over there, we have a little map of the area, as well as we can control on here, move this around, get some information from Tingle. Something is written here, but Tingle cannot read it. So sorry, sir. Presumably that's... Yep, okay, that's the sign that I guess Tingle wouldn't be able to read from up where he is. I don't know, can we actually see Tingle? No. We can't actually see Tingle, but we can see this cursor marking where he's looking. And so I think part of the idea was this can act as a mini-map. It can also, Tingle can use things to help us. And in a way, it could be like a two-player experience. Does Tingle say anything about this? This is the area you came through last, Mr. Fairy. Okay. Let's see, we have some items here that Tingle has access to. We can have a seagull pen to mark our sea charts. Tingle drew his first map with it at age 3. Tingle Bomb. Tingle will explode one of his bombs for you with a POW for 10 rupees. So we can actually spend Link's rupees to have Tingle put a bomb down. When I was playing around with this earlier, I didn't notice it actually doing like damage to enemies, so I think this is more for finding secrets. Although maybe I just was using it on the wrong enemies. Tingle Balloon, your body will float on air, move about in the air for 5 seconds. Tingle Shield, look out, sir, enemies attack. A lovely spirit will shield you for 10 seconds. Clue Limpa, not even I know what may occur, sir. This is a test of your courage. Tingle Watch, I can tell you what time it is right now, sir. Red Guidebook, a how-to Tingle Tuner book. Use the red book to learn about the land and foes. Red Ting, this energizes you when you're feeling tired. Refill hearts regularly. So, using the Tingle Tuner, we can just have access to a red potion for 20 rupees. Green Ting, replenish your magic power with this. You can't survive without it, Mr. Fairy. And Blue Ting, one sip and you have it all, you greedy fairy. Strength and magic. Now, I haven't played around too much with this. I don't know if there's a cooldown that, you know, after using these, you have to wait a while before you can use one again. But we'll just do that. Just pick something free just so that I don't accidentally press it and use my rupees. What does that look like if time is midnight. Okay. That kind of makes sense, I guess, because this Game Boy Advance emulator, I didn't set it up as a system. Like, I didn't go in and actually set the time on it, so I guess it doesn't, since it's just emulating the Game Boy, it's not going to just read the computer clock or anything if it hasn't been set up to do so. So, next center on Link. And this can also accomplish one of the reasons I want to start trying to use this if it doesn't get too annoying is I remember commenting earlier that unlike previous games, we don't have a fairy or anybody, particularly in previous 3D games, we don't have like a ferry that we can get information from and ask like, hey, what's that enemy? Um, with this, we actually do now have we do have a way to be able to help us see what enemies are. So like here, let's. Oh, I see a pea hat. Hit it with a projectile. Some blocks on stuff because the cursor's actually moving around, so if it's hitting something tall, it can't necessarily go up very well. So I think those are all things that are too high above it. We can see chests on here. Let's go see what this chest is, just while we're checking out this feature. Let's see if this is an ocean. Chest. Okay, we're gonna need to. Oh, okay, that's a chest that's up here. So presumably, okay, we'd have to go through the forest haven to get that. We'll come back for that later, unless there's like a. I'm guessing there's probably not a ladder on any side or anything. Okay, no. All right, we'll. Come back for that later. I also want to check out a couple things on Windfall Island that we weren't able to get to last week, or that didn't think to check. Gee, Mr. Fairy, you missed Tingle already? Not particularly. You see Tingle's face everywhere you go. When you use the Tingle Tuner, he is near you, protecting you. You should find out if you are the right fairy for Tingle. Here's how. Look in front of the post box. Easy, easy. Go to the post box and use A to check the question. Good job, you're quite attentive, but there's more for you to find. Okay, this is a bit of a tutorial because, of course, this is where we initially found the Tingle Tuner, was on this island. That's... okay, that would explain why we're getting all this dialogue at the moment. There are 3 benches on Windfall Island. See if you can find the benches in the order that Tingle tells you. If all goes well, you and Tingle will become even better friends. But don't open any doors until you find them all, or it's all over. First, go to the bench closest to here. Don't forget to take Tingle along. There you go. Okay, the bench closest to here. And where are there benches on this? I know there's benches in town, so... there's the bench that's on the overlook here. Yep. There's a bench. And where's a third bench? Oh, wait, what does Tingle have to say about this? House of Wealth. Okay, so you can tell us the locations of places. Ding dong, this first one was a trial run. Next, go to the bench with the seaside view. Good work, sir. Now find the third bench on your own. It's not very helpful. I'm not sure how I feel about that kind of like booping sound it's making as we're walking. Yo, hold up. What's a kid like you doing out at a time like this? Are you out to take a look at the heavens too? In that case, you'll get a better view from over here. Okay. Oh, was that the guy that was... Yeah, that was the guy that was moping around earlier until we showed him a picture of the moon. That seemed to cheer him up a bit, didn't it? Is there a bench up here, maybe? No. Is there a bench back behind the... behind the bomb shop? So I think the sound effects we're hearing are not... it's not adding those sound effects into the game. Rather, we're hearing the Game Boy Advance sound effects as well, I believe. Wonder if there's a way. Okay, there we go. That's much more pleasant. This way we can have the Tingle Tuner on and not have to be constantly hearing that those Game Boy sound effects. Oh, this just blended in with the wall, didn't it? Ding ding, congratulations, clever fairy. You listen carefully to Tingle's words. Okay, can you find the rupees that I hid in this area? Use the Game Boy Advance cursor, or pad, to search with the cursor. Joy School. I see it's flashing. Check it out, I found 1 rupee. It's your lucky day. Maybe there are other things you can find. Look around the plaza. Okay. I'm not too concerned about all those features at the moment. I think first I want to head in here. Sir, how do I get another legendary pictograph? You know it is true. You too must snap and snap and snap pictographs until you, like me, finally arrive at the very pinnacle of pictography. Give me a pictograph. Are you offering me this thing? Sadly, I have no need of it. It does have something to do with the, I looked it up there. Each phase of the moon, I think, has a pictograph associated with it, except for the new moon. Let's go to tomorrow night and see if a different phase of the moon will give us pictograph or what. I'm not sure what I'm missing for if there's some dialogue option we need to get from him. Would you care for another of my legendary pictograph? Here we go. So the one last night must have been the one that we already got. Today I have prepared a pictograph of the great King of Hyrule. If you have any open pictographs, okay. Sure, I'll take a picture of the King of Hyrule. Shall place this pictograph in there immediately. Perhaps that would be hasty. This is, after all, a very precious thing. I cannot just give it away for free, can I? Yes, I will pay 50 rupees for it. I have received my payment, so now, without delay. Isn't this a fine picture? Where did you get a picture of the King of Hyrule? I just stick this here, and... For me, every day is pictography day. I cannot wait for tomorrow to come. Okay. I'm gonna try to do this quest again, following her. Take off, go away. Too bad. Too bad the Tingle Tuner can't help me track her. I mean, not that it's terribly difficult to track her, but just more keeping an eye on where she's facing and. Green blend in with the tree here. Fortunately, she didn't see me. Okay, Tingle, we're not gonna keep checking the post box. Let it go, man. Up. Did we trick her? Did she think that we actually were a cat? Okay, she seems to have bought it. Maybe that's something that, like, you can get caught once or something. Ah. Oh man, I was supposed to talk to her. Before she ran off. I didn't press the A button. That was just her detecting me. So I guess part of the thing with that is, I guess, maybe have to approach her a little more slowly so that you can surprise her, because apparently that makes a difference at that point. Okay, let's go in and out and see if see if she'll return, and we can try again. No, we don't want to do an auction at the moment. Didn't even mention, see it when we come back around to, I think his name's Zunari. When we get back to his stall, we'll be able to see the, that it's grown quite a bit thanks to all the trading we did last time. Now the shop's expanded quite a bit out this way. Let's sneak up a bit. Oh, should have gone faster. Okay, so it's actually a thing that she like, turns around every once in a while. So we need to try to quickly get over to her before she notices us, and talk to her before. Okay, I think one more time we can do it. If not, we'll move on to something else I want to check. I'm not sure she seems too terribly bright, considering she keeps trying the exact same thing after repeatedly getting caught. Or rather, repeatedly catching someone following her. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Tingle, be quiet. We're trying to follow someone. You're going to give us away. Oh, thought I was far enough down that she wouldn't see me. Okay, she goes down there. There we go. You startled me. Well, what do you want? Oh, my heart is racing. You scared me. Wait, are you the kind of creep who goes around at night scaring people? That's just plain mean. Just who do you think you are, anyway? So are an ally of justice or a night creeping rascal? I think I'm an ally of justice, actually. Oh, what? An ally of justice? I'm not a thief, I swear. I haven't stolen anything. Well, yet. Please let me go. It was just an impulse, that's all. Just a bad idea. Why won't you say anything? Does this mean you're mad at me? Could you at least listen to the circumstances in my life that led up to this moment? Please, you owe me that much. Sure, we can listen. I was once the richest little debutante in this town. Did you know that? But one day, a monstrous bird came and took me away to a terrible place called the Forsaken Fortress, where I was locked up and held captive. Oh, it was awful. My father spent every last rupee in his coffers in an attempt to get me rescued. That's right, every last bit of our family fortune gone. That was when my life of poverty began. Now every day from morning until night I'm busy working for the open-air shop, so as you can see, at least I'm trying to settle into my poor lifestyle. Doesn't that just tug at your heartstrings? What do you say about the tragic events in my pitiable life? It's not kind of funny. No, that's terrible. To make matters worse, for some reason I still can't figure out, that slob Maggie, who was the poorest girl in town, suddenly got filthy rich. Maggie of all people. It makes me so mad that I want to do something terrible. Grrr. Do you understand my plight? Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Then you'll let me go? No, I don't think we can just let you go. Sorry. But why not? Well, that would be dishonest. You need to fess up and not do it again. It's true, I know I'm quibbling over nothing, but being so poor weakens a person's very soul. But it's time I quit making silly excuses for myself. Thank you so much. Thanks to you, I didn't have to sink down to the level of a common thief. I will never do anything like that again. Ah, what an amazing feeling. I've let all my worries out of my heart. I actually feel refreshed. Let me at least thank you. Please take this. Kid, do you have any idea how valuable empty bottles are? You probably have charged something for it, but don't look at me like that. I didn't steal it. It washed up on the shore, so I picked it up. Don't tease me like that. It's a tiny bottle made of crystal clear glass. It's so beautiful. I wish my soul could be that beautiful. Oh, what am I saying? When you live in poverty, you can say the cheesiest things without blinking an eye. So I guess I should go soon. My father will start worrying. Goodbye, little ally of justice, and good luck to you. Bye. Thanks for tonight. Okay, so that was good. Not only did we get a bottle out of that, but we apparently helped her to realize that, you know, even if she's poor, she shouldn't resort to stealing, and might be able to improve her situation in other ways. And then we took a very valuable item from her, so not sure how well the lesson really sunk in, but I guess we'll find out later. Honestly, you just don't understand, do you? Open up your ears. Yeah. Silence, I'm telling you, we don't allow postmen here. Begone, begone. Don't be ridiculous. I went through great trials and tribulations to go all the way to the Forsaken Fortress and return with Moe's letter. Silence, begone, begone. Then please, be reasonable. Can you at least sign for the letter? Silence, begone, Well, you've found your one line and are sticking to it, aren't you? Just acknowledge I was here. Silence, begone, begone. Okay. Yep. Foolish man, now you've made me angry. I cannot even look you in the face any longer, or I fear I must go somewhere to cool my feathers. Well, what a wretched, unruly postman. I don't know anything about any Mr. Moe in any Forsaken Fortress, yet he always comes here bringing his letters. Does this Moe think I'll let him lay a hand on my one and only daughter, Maggie? I don't care whose letters they are, they'll never reach her on my watch. What do you need, little urchin? If you don't want to be bothered, maybe you could try, I don't know, locking your door. Um, okay, so he said he was gonna cool his feathers, so... Alright, there he is. Oh, hey, here's the poor girl's dad. My daughter and I have managed to eke out a decent life, and in the process, I've realized a great truth. There is something more important than money in the world. I think at long last I've finally come to understand just what true happiness really is. And I'm thankful for it. That is a very good outlook, sir. Um, your daughter learned an important lesson as well, and I hope that you work with her to ensure that she retains that lesson, and both can not lose sight of it. Just a second there, kid. Look, this isn't any time for a kid like you to be coming in here. Just trust me, okay? Go on now, go home. No, I'm actually here to speak to the postman. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry you had to witness me fly off the handle like that at Maggie's house. I'm most embarrassed. That man just... Never mind. To tell you the truth, though, I came to deliver a letter addressed to Maggie from a moblin named Mo, but as you saw, the girl's stubborn father won't permit me to give it to her. What a stubborn, meddling old man, refusing to accept letters from the postman. Who's heard of such nonsense? I went to great trouble to go all the way to the Forsaken Fortress, and it was a most frightening ordeal, let me tell you. If I don't deliver this letter, then I'm a failure of the delivery trade. But I have other deliveries waiting to be made. I cannot mope here forever. Actually, though, I have an idea. That old fool may not permit postmen on his premises, but surely he would allow you in the place, would he not? Could you deliver this letter to Maggie in my stead? What do you say? Sure. Actually, I'm busy. I'm too busy to just walk next door and give a letter to someone. No, I'll do it. Honestly, you, young man, are a lifesaver. It truly never hurts to ask. I shall leave this letter in your care. Okay, we got the Moblin's letter. This letter has a sort of stink to it. Take it to Maggie. I'm counting on you to put this in Maggie's hands, and I thank you. Okay. If Tingle's going to go through those lines every single time we do this, I might not be playing with the Tingle Tuner every time. Okay, so let's see. We have our delivery bag. We have the Moblin's letter. Could it be the letter from Mo that I saw in my dreams? Let me read it this instant. This is Mo. I like you, Maggie, so much that I want to eat you for dinner. Okay, that's a bit of an unusual correspondence. Did you hear that? Those words. It must mean, can it be? Is this his marriage proposal? I think you would be hard-pressed to be more wrong in that conclusion. It must be. At last my feelings have been conveyed to Mo. At last he understands how I feel. This is the happiest day of my life. True-de-doo-de-loo la la. From here on out, today will be the anniversary of true love for me and Mo. Oh, it completely slipped my mind. I must thank you for your role in this. To commemorate my anniversary of true love, I give you this. Okay, we collected 2 pieces of heart. Thank you. Trudy-loo-hoo, treasure it always. Oh, that Mo. I just adore Mo's messy handwriting. Oodie-loo-la-la. It's so dashing and wild and dangerous. But enough of writing. Tomorrow I travel. This seems like about the worst idea anybody has ever had. To where Mo waits for me. Yeah, Okay, I guess that's your call. I can go tell the other girl that her concerns about how much luck has befallen you are probably not really necessary anymore. Um, it's a very odd conclusion to that quest. I forget if there's more to that story or not, but um, yeah, Maggie is completely delusional. Okay, well, I think I need to get away from this island for a little while because it's actually quite aggravating. But let's head north. This is the place that we went to. I thought we got the. That's right. We never got the map information for that island, but we did visit it. I believe. Yep, so that's where we got these iron boots, which should allow us. This Gale Island was where we encountered the wind that was so strong we couldn't get close to the opening. So we should be able to use the iron boots to get in and see what's going on there. It's kind of nice on. Wonder what those lines are on the Tingle Tuner. Because that's not the boundary between the. Um, it's not the boundaries between the sectors, but it looks like that could be halfway through the sectors. That could be useful, knowing how far we are through places. Okay, the orange line there is probably the solid line, or the dividing line between the sectors. Okay, and the changed blue for the sector we're in and black for the one that we're not. There's a mountain around there and a similar one to the south. Okay, what's this question mark over here? There are some floating barrels around this area. If you see any, get them. Floating barrels. I don't see floating barrels. Are you sure you saw floating barrels? Oh, here's floating barrels. Okay. second. There's a Triforce marked on the map. This is the Fairy Tingle's Triforce Guide. For those who seek Triforce charts, I know exactly what you need to do. South of Great Fish Isle is an island protected by warship. Suspicious. Okay. I think what's going on... So I think what's going on is on the Tingle Tuner we could see a little Triforce icon. You'll see it once I move off of it. However, I think we can't actually do anything with it until we get the corresponding chart. And so then Tingle told us where we can get the chart on the island south of Great Fish Isle, with all the warships around. Warships like that one. Can Tingle tell us anything about it? Warship, watch out for incoming cannonball bombs. Okay, well, I'm not going to be doing too much. So, okay, so that's actually kind of useful if I can see where the Triforce pieces are and find out where the corresponding charts are. That's actually potentially quite useful. Okay, let's we can walk forward here. This thing's strong enough to get bend those trees like that. I'm actually kind of surprised Link's not breaking backwards or something. This thing will have to say. What a powerful gust. Your cheeks are flapping in the wind. I wish I was sturdier so a mere gust wouldn't blow me over. Okay, wow, that's, gonna put it to the side here. Oh, okay. Can I just hold it here? Okay, nope, that's not how we do it. Oh, maybe the hammer. Oh, whoa. Oh, okay, because I put that in the spot that I had the boots in. Okay. Make sure I put those in different spots. Come here, you. Let's see how you like this. There we go. Okay, and apparently that gale was just from it being forced through a small hole, and now we can just proceed normally. Okay, so we have what appears to be a shrine, or something. Triforce on the top. Not sure how long these torches have been lit. At the bottom, looks like Wind Waker instructions. And then looks kind of leafish. I'm thinking at the top on the stem bit, I'm gonna say that's likely like a violin or like a musical instrument, string instrument, the tuning stuff on it. So, okay, let's... Okay, got a 6-note one this time. That's the Wind God's aria. Are you the new hero? I am Fado of the Kokiri tribe. I know I appear to you as a child, but the eyes can oft deceive. I am a most esteemed sage. I have the Zelda theme opening playing. I had been praying here so that the power to repel evil would continue to be contained within the blade of the Master Sword. But I was attacked by the evil Ganondorf, and this is what happened to me. You wish to return the power to your blade, don't you? Yeah. In that case, look for the one who has the same instrument that I hold, and teach him the song you just played. Okay, so yeah, it's like a leaf fiddle. Once you do, I'm certain the holder of the instrument will feel the blood of the sages awaken within his veins. That Wind Waker you hold was used long ago to conduct us sages when we played our song to call upon the gods. In those days, it was always the king who conducted for us. Okay, that would explain why King of Red Lions had the Wind Waker. Please tell the king that I will still play, even in the next world. Okay, so we need to get... the person who has that instrument. While we're at the Forest Haven, I might as well turn in the legendary pictograph. Let the guys start working on that. Okay, that's right. No, don't need that. The iron boots are not going to help us sail the seas. Aha! This is quite an inspiring motif. Hurrah, I'm filled with inspiration. Please, permit me to sculpt this. It will be a jewel of a figurine. Alrighty, as usual, you'll have to wait until tomorrow. Bet you're looking forward to seeing what you're gonna get. Okay. So that'll help us, allow us to free up some some spots if we need to take some more pictures. Okay, so what does Tingle have to say here? A Boku Baba! A Boko Baba! Be careful, it'll try to eat you. I think several of these are Boko Babas. Yep. I think all those are Boko Babas. So let's... I thought those hearts were landing like right on top of me. I wasn't expecting them to be. Oh, an Octorok. Use your shield to reflect its rock barrage back at it. If we didn't already know how to do that, then that would be... Didn't already know to do that, then that would be helpful. No, I think that's not what we need at the moment. Hitting the wrong buttons. Wish there were an easier way to get in and out of the Forest Haven, but... Where was Makar? I think he had an instrument like that, although since Makar is considerably smaller than Fado is, I think Makar, it looked like a violin when Fado, the Kokiri Sage, had it, but it looked like a cello or something, I think, when Makar was playing it. There's the... That's the Deku tree. Hey, have you seen Makar? How are things in the world? As you can see, I am slowly growing older and feebler. It seems only my wisdom is full of vigor lately. But that is just the way of life, child, and not cause for sadness. If there is anything you wish to know, just ask. I will aid you as I may. What is it you wish to know? Okay, well, I was going to ask you where Makar is, but I guess you're not interested in talking about specifics. Let's ask about the Koroks just in general. What do you wish to learn about? The island Koroks. Are you concerned about the little Koroks who left the safety of our forest haven? It is indeed true that there are many islands on the Great Sea that have grown dark and dangerous. Who knows what perils might await my children? I shall mark the places that my Korok children have journeyed to on your sea chart. Could you be so kind as to check on them for me as you proceed with your quest? I entrust their care to you. Oh, okay, that's convenient. What about the forest Koroks? You wish to know about the Koroks who remain here in the Forest Haven? Well, you can find Hollow in that hole over there, researching potions. Makar. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen him of late. Perhaps he is hiding somewhere, preparing a song for next year's ceremony. At such times, he never allows himself to be seen. It would be useless to look for him. But do not worry, I am certain he will return before long. Okay, tell me about forest water. The forest water? So you have learned the secret of our forest haven? The forest water is a mystical and powerful draught that fills the trees with life and vitality. With such water, it would even be possible to return life to a battered, withered tree. And yet, the forest water is quickly spoiled by the air outside the forest haven. Once it leaves the borders of these woods, it will lose its potency after just 20 minutes and become no different from ordinary water. I suppose it is thanks to such water that this gnarled old tree has been able to live for so many long years. Well, if it's the air that spoils it, why don't we just use... Like, all these bottles have corks. Why aren't we just using the cork to... prevent air from getting in and spoiling the water. Okay, well, he says it's useless to search for Makar at the moment. Makes me wonder if maybe of the two temples, maybe we're meant to do this one second. Okay, let's go to the other one then and go see what we need for that. Hey. Dude, that was so not nice. Use your grappling hook to jump through the curtain of water. Do I hear someone back there? Oh, okay. Cool. Okay, I don't see anything in here. But, hidden spot. I wonder... I almost think that this was Makar's hidden spot, except that he's not here. Unless he has multiple hidden spots, and that's one of them. Okay, well, even if we didn't find anything in there, that was still kind of cool to see. Seeing that the Tingle Tuner actually helped us do something for once. Okay, we have, I think it's the little red circles are probably, are those the indicators of the Deku? No, those might be the treasure things. Okay, there's these leaf symbols. Those are the symbols that the Deku tree put on our map. Okay, so they don't show the precise location. They just show, like, hey, the island here has a tree in it. I wonder if those will go away once we help the trees. Okay, let's... Okay, to get there, it would probably be easiest to just go to Outset Island. I had thought that we might get through, or at least to, the next dungeon today, but with taking a bit of a detour at the beginning, and now finding out that we need to go to the other dungeon, not sure that's going to happen. But we should be able to at least get the item that we need for this next dungeon. Looks like our next island there. So the marked island far to the north had strong gales. What's going to be blocking this island down here? And what are we going to need in order to get past it? Looks like we're only missing one item. So that's interesting. There's a mountain around there and a similar one way up north. Okay. Yep, that's the mountains that we're told that we need to. That's where these temples are. Let's get the fisherman here first. I will say, snapping pictures of the fisherman was not easy because I had to do it from a little bit of a distance, so that they wouldn't try to swim waiting for some bait, and at the same time I had to zoom in far enough to be able to get them, be able to see them, not necessarily filling the frame, but very prominent in it, and get them while they're jumping and get their face. And it took 4 or 5 shots to get a good one. So, okay, yes. Chart information and chart and information, please. Headstone Island. Smell fry, there's a real heavy stone head blocking a cave on that island. Don't you wonder what's behind it? Don't you want to get in there? Heh, let me tell you a great secret. If you go north 4 squares and east 3 squares to Fire Mountain, you'll find an item that gives you the strength to easily lift anything, no matter how heavy it is. With that thing, you could lift that stone and toss it out of your way as if it were light as a feather. That's all the info I've got to offer. Okay, so let's go see what this obstacle is first. That does give me some indication of what our next item is going to be. Because it's a Zelda game, so if we see something that's too heavy to lift... Hey! With the power you have now, you can neither lift nor destroy that stone, and yet somewhere on this sea, the power to do so lies waiting for one to find it. You must seek it out. Yep. So we're going to need something like the power bracelet or the Titan's mitts, or whatever they've been called various things in various games. I forget what they're called in this one. Headstone Island. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, right there. I think if we go to Dragon Roost Island and go south, that's going to be our best, our quickest option. hand it to Link. He's got a pretty strong stomach not to get dizzy traveling that way. Okay, we want to... Yeah, there's another Triforce piece over there. We probably can't get because we don't have any Triforce charts yet. Always wondered, isn't that green suit hot? If it's so tight that I get really sweaty, I want clothes that can breathe. Okay, let's take out this ship first. I don't want to go anywhere too hot, no sir. No, I guess he's far enough away. It's actually not much of a threat. We do have a marked treasure spot. Let's go see what that's there. This was a very bright one, so this has got to be something good. Hey, silver rupee, alright. So I am going to need lots of rupees, I think. How's that bird flying so close to the lava? Okay, we have 5 minutes to make it up this mountain. So it looks like it's mainly the difficulty is just going to be in trying to find where the path up is, and with this stupid bird's probably going to try to... Jeez, okay. Well, don't have to worry about the bird. Okay, this is not the right way. Oh. We're also going to have to worry about that ship shooting at us. Hopefully it can't fire quite this high. Okay, we seem to have plenty of time as long as we don't get knocked off. That's good. just getting him to curl up is helpful, so I want to actually try to defeat him if I can. Oh, okay, I can hit them while they're curled up. That's helpful. That's helpful. So now I wonder, is this an item that I'm going to have to equip, or since I'm assuming it's a bracelet or gloves, is it just something that's like you can just permanently use it? We got the power bracelets. Both arms are now stronger than ever. Okay, just press A to grab and lift objects. We don't need to equip them separately. Okay, I can't actually move with it like this, but I can turn. I wonder, this might be a good chance to get a picture of these guys. That's probably not a good picture, but we'll see how it goes. Not too concerned about getting... It's not like I need to get them before I leave this dungeon or anything. It's just... if that picture turns out, it might save me a little hassle in the future. When I... It'd be one less thing for me to do off stream. This afternoon. Sir, I am trying to get into my boat. Thank you. I will take your feather. Alright, alright, so I guess now... I want to go back to that island and learn its song. Nice sailing music this time. Curious with these little gunboats, because I'm not sure, are we meant to understand that they're just boats that are like inside there's a bokoblin or something manning it, and or are the boats themselves like, enemies? some kind of monsters that Ganondorf created. That might sound kind of silly, but I mean, we've been traveling around in a talking boat, so... Okay, so another one of these shrines. And this time, it looks like we have like a lyre, or a harp. Is our instrument. We learn the Earth God's lyric. So we gotta have an aria and a lyric. Oh, hey, we have a Zora. The first... yeah, you're the first Zora we've seen this game. O great hero chosen by the Master Sword. My name is Laruto. I am a Zora sage. For an age, I offered my prayers here in the Earth Temple, praying that the power to repel evil would ever remain within the Master Sword. And yet, unfortunately, due to Ganondorf's evil designs, the Master Sword you hold has lost its power. After his defeat at the hands of the Hero of Time, Ganondorf was sealed away, but not for all time. He has revived, and he returned to Hyrule in a red wrath. He attacked this temple and stole my soul, knowing that he had to remove the power contained in that enchanted blade. In order to return the power to repel evil to your sword, you must find another to take my stead in this temple, and ask the gods for their assistance. You must find the one who carries on my bloodline, the one who holds this sacred instrument. Nothing can stop the flow of time or the passing of generations, but the fate carried within my bloodline endures the ravages of all the years. It survives. The song you just conducted is one which will open the eyes of the new sage and awaken within that sage the melody that will carry our prayers to the gods. I'm not sure how to read that look on Link's face. Is he trying to take this all in, or is he just like, whoa, a ghost for the second time today? The door that blocks your way will only open when the sage plays that song. May the winds of fortune blow with you. Okay. I forget if we've encountered that instrument in our playthrough so far, but I do happen to know where that instrument is and encountered it during some of my questing this week. So it's back to Dragon Roost Island. Which, incidentally, I find it interesting that for this southern temple, we had to, in order to get the item for it, we had to go all the way up to Dragon Roost Island, just to go a little bit south to get, to get the power bracelets. Then come back here, learn the song, and now we're going back to Dragon Roost Island. For the northern temple, on Gale Island, we came down here to to one of the southern ones and went to that blank spot in between them, and that's where we got the boots. Went back up there, learned the song, and then at some point I'll have to come back down to Forest Haven to get here. So really, I could see where if we didn't have the the song to be able to warp around, this could get to be quite the tedious bit of travel. Fortunately, we get to come here in the daytime, so we get to hear the great Dragon Roost Island music. I think this is probably my favorite of the island themes for this game. My problem is I just have no idea how I'm supposed to get up there, and I have a job interview. You can kind of hear a flute, or not a flute, a lyre or harp somewhere, can't you? I think it's right up there. I can reach an area above here with the grappling hook. Can I now? Oh, can I use the grappling hook to just, like, climb up there and not have to go through the inside? Do you think Medley might be up there? Yeah, that didn't seem to work. Get up a little higher, is this enough to... Okay, maybe we do have to go through the inside. Maybe Tingle was mistaken and thought that we were higher than we were. I guess in previous games, Tingle spent all his time being hoisted by balloons, so maybe he's not used to seeing things on the ground. And even in this game, he's he's at the top of a tower. We're holding our traditional Birdman contest on that little island over there. Why don't you give it a try? Maybe I'll go ahead and take a break myself. What's on these flags? I don't know. At first I thought those two white things on the left were like bones, but one that seemed kind of out of place here. Now I'm wondering, they almost look like paintbrushes or something. And I wonder, this is just speculation, but maybe, I think in Japan at least, I don't know what other areas also do this, but like when you have formal calligraphy, you use a pen or like a brush with ink. And I wonder, maybe that has something to do with like writing, since they're the postal service. Not sure. I have no idea what to make of that green thing on the right, though. I can't make heads or tails of that. You can hear that song coming from up on the cliff, can't you? Such a beautiful tone. Medley's really gotten good. Man, I don't want to contradict you, but in all honesty, it doesn't really sound like a song to me so much as like she's just practicing, particular chords and stuff. Let's go see what Medley has to say. Oh, you're okay. You know, Prince Kamali's been asking me all about your adventures. I can rest easy now that I've seen you safe and sound with my own eyes. Prince Kamali's turned into a fine young adult, hasn't he? Recently, he's even begun doing things on his own without my guidance. Every conversation still ends up centered on you, though. Watching Prince Kamali grow up fills me with pride, but it makes me a little sad as well. I wonder if this is how a mother feels. Oh, but just listen to me go on. How weird I must sound. I'd better continue practicing so that I can be useful around here, too. Performing music like this is an important duty of an attendant. Okay. How about if I conduct a new song? Hey, is that the Wind Waker? Wow. Will you conduct me? I wonder how I'll do. What a mysterious song. It sounds so familiar. It's almost as if something I've forgotten is trying to be remembered. Oh, I feel... Yeah, it's at least part of the main, like, Wind Waker-ish theme. Larudo's crown looks almost like looks like a shark's head. Just now, a sage spoke to me. She spoke so gently. There's something that I must do. Thanks to you, I've been awakened to the knowledge that I'm a sage of the Earth Temple. There's actually something that I can do to help this world. It's incredible. I bet my teacher knew all about this. Please, you must take me to the Earth Temple. You must hurry and wake the power to repel evil that sleeps within the Master Sword. Let's go now, quickly and quietly. Oh, on her brooch or clasp on her thing, that looks like that's the it's the Zora Sapphire symbol. Oh, Kamali, I just want him to remember me as a simple attendant. Okay, Medley's going to be joining us. Well, it's kind of a long trip. I'm not sure if sitting on the edge like that's really the best way to travel, especially because we're about to go flying through the air. Also, Laruto said that the sage that we were looking for, who had the harp, was someone of her bloodline, which confirms something. I believe it's established fact in the Zelda universe that the Rito people actually come from Zoras somehow, and that's why we now see a bunch of Ritos, but we don't actually see any Zoras other than the spirit of Laruto. Which seems a little odd in a game where most of the world is water, that we don't have an aquatic race, and instead we have an aerial race. Unless maybe there are still some Zora. I guess we don't know how long ago Laruto was alive, but there would have been presumably Zora when she was, so maybe the Zoras just live way down at the bottom of the ocean or something. Medley, listen carefully to what I am about to tell you. The temple ahead is the nest of an evil creature, the same creature that stole the life of your predecessor, the sage. It is a dark and frightening place. That is why, if you do nothing else, then at least do this. If JJ48 comes near you and presses R to call you, then be silent and follow closely behind him. And if I press A, allow him to lift you, and if need be, fly and carry him through the air. Okay, and JJ... If Medley gets stuck and cannot continue in the temple, use the Wind Waker to conduct the song you learned in the Temple of the Gods. Do you understand? To control her like I did the statues? Okay. JJ48, protect Medley, and Medley, protect JJ48. The power to repel evil shall surely be returned to the Master Sword. But don't forget, you're just a sage, I'm the hero. So, even though we're protecting each other mutually, it's still all about doing what I say. Okay, so... her harp looks like a bull's head or goat's head or something. With the upright pieces being horns. Okay, probably they're most definitely not gonna actually make it through the temple, but can at least step inside. Apparently letting Medley take point, even though she's not even armed. It's down here. Okay, she appears on the Tingle Tuner as well. That's kind of nice. Because she doesn't appear on the game mini-map. Mr. Fairy, try holding Medley and jumping. Okay. I saw these rope anchors. For a moment, I saw, I think this one from just the one side and thought those that looked like two eyes and a row of teeth, but it's just studs all the way around and probably a textured pattern, so if you coiled rope around it, it would grip the rope better. Okay. Alright, so you're going to help me glide over here. Here we go. If you call her with R, Medley will follow. Don't forget and leave her. Yeah, Link, I don't think she needed you to just shout in her face from 3 feet away. What? I called you! Okay, maybe she did need you to shout in her face from 3 feet away. Okay, Medley, you were right behind me. How did you not make it through the door? Do I need to carry you through the door, maybe? Okay, yep. Apparently I'm gonna need to actually carry her. And why did you go back over there? Why couldn't you just wait on the other side of the door for me to come back? Yeah, I was kind of joking earlier about the hero sage distinction, but now I'm not so certain. Okay, yeah, I know you didn't walk in combat with me. That's fine. Just wanting to take care of this guy. Yeah, that's good. You don't have a sword or any weapon, so probably best that you stay back when the fighting starts. Unless you want to pick up one of these spears. Here, you want to use this? No? Okay. Well, I'm not very confident, but I think I should try to fly. I'll fly where you tell me to. Just tap A to keep me airborne. Whenever you're ready, just use the Wind Waker to guide me. Okay. Okay, so I think in this case, can she help us? Can she actually fly us to one of these? Oh, okay, no. There, if we press A, she doesn't flap to take us higher. She just okay, yep, same thing. We just let go, but so I think what we need to do. Come up here, and I will need to see what the Song of Command medley. Okay, so we can. Mr. fairy is over here, as is Medley. You must command her as best you can. Okay. Maybe... we're gonna need to... Where's Tingle? We're gonna need to press both of these down, so maybe we are gonna need to actually... there has to be a way to get Link up to one of these. Okay. We'll see if we can glide over to the first one. I'm feeling a bit more confident now. I'm not sure how high I can fly while carrying you, but I'll do the best that I can. Okay, so we need to do that first, and then now she's feeling a bit more confident, so she might be able to carry us farther, or higher. Okay, yeah, she did seem to do a little better job that time. This kind of reminds me a little bit of in Majora's Mask. We had the song that could make copies of whatever form we were in, and we were using that to hit multiple switches and things. Except now, instead of just making copies, we were actually able to take control of another person at kind of another level. Is that a... Are those like, purple ones or those blue ones? Very green choo-choo. Okay, that one over there. It's like a dark choo-choo. You can't do anything to it right now. Okay. No, that's not what I want. Okay, they just dropped green jelly. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, we can't do anything to it. It just it's around us. Well, if it's dark, let's try to get it in the light here. Okay, no, that's the... I saw the tingle mark on the floor there and was thinking it was a green choo-choo that was in its puddle form. This elven is closing its eyes. What if we made it really bright? Okay. Medley's harp looks like it's essentially the mirror shield in previous Zelda games. So, like, how about if we... Let's take control of her. See if we can actually control it. Okay. Just a hidden area back there. can't move around with it out, but we can move it a little bit. Okay, a little alcove there. Well, actually, I'm curious, can Medley open a chest? I wouldn't think so, but interesting to find out. She'll jump over a chest. No, she'll just fly around a chest. Okay. Yep, she can't pick up anything. Can't really... She's not really here for combat. She's here to help us restore the power to our sword, so we can be the ones to do the fighting. Okay, we got a dungeon map. Okay, and can we burn the pot lid somehow? Okay, Mr. Fairy, ignite even far away things. Okay, yeah, I was thinking about that. I was trying to see if there was some way to do it without doing this, but I guess it's not like we're really short on arrows or magics. Okay, we haven't discovered any others yet, but that'll help us when we do. We have a warp spot. All right. Okay, so this seems like a good place to end. We found the first warp pod in the dungeon. We kind of got a little bit used to how Medley works, and we'll next time we'll hopefully be able to finish this dungeon and see a bit more of maybe even get to the next dungeon. Although might also do some more side quest stuff after this dungeon. But should be here next week. We'll I don't think I'll be missing. I don't plan on missing any Mondays for a while. But we'll be here next week. Should also be streaming on Friday. So thank you for coming. Have a good week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.